Hello everyone and welcome back to another brand new video. Today we have to talk about the Pokemon Horizons episode that aired today. This one's probably going to be a bit of a shorter video because there wasn't that much action going on here, but there definitely will be next time. But before we get into that, let's talk about what happened today. So first things first, let's talk about the best part of the episode. We saw Quaxly again with Nidothing, literally the best characters so far. Anyway, we saw them talking about Pokeballs, and I was really excited for that video. Liko was just watching the video, just kind of chilling, watching the Nidothing video, and she was talking about Pokeballs, which really has me crossing my fingers that they'll actually have these characters use different Pokeballs when they catch Pokemon in the show. Probably not, but I don't know. I just kind of had some high hopes because she showed off like the Apricorn balls, and she showed off a luxury ball, and Quaxly kind of chilling inside of one. So hopefully, we can see that. But if not, oh well. Anyway, as for the main point of the episode, so really, Roy was just spending the time trying to find Fuecoco because he wants Fuecoco to be his first Pokemon. But unfortunately, Fuecoco was kind of asleep the entire time Roy was on the ship. Roy just gets to the ship at the very beginning of the episode and is looking for Fuecoco. He even starts singing again. Roy is just so adorable, guys. I just have to say, I love Roy so much. I love Liko as well, but Roy is just so cute. I love how he just sings. Tried to befriend Fuecoco because he knows Fuecoco loves singing. That to me was so cute. But anyway, the majority of the early part of the episode is that Roy is just looking for Fuecoco on the ship and can't find it, and eventually he just leaves some orange berries for it while he, Liko, and Fried go off the island to talk to his grandfather. Meanwhile, unfortunately, eventually Fuecoco does wake up, but by that point Roy is gone, so he has to go run off on his own to go find him. And by that point, Liko and Roy were kind of just chilling with Roy's grandfather, spending time with some Pokemon and whatnot. But Fuecoco actually ends up seeing the explorers, they're back, and long story short, they want the pendant again, so that's something. I really kind of hope they phase out the explorers soon, because I just feel like they're showing up a bit too much. Like, I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of them, and I feel like they're just constantly showing up. So I hope that, in next week's episode, they'll kind of like push them back for a bit. Maybe this will be their big confrontation at the beginning, and then they'll kind of just push them to the side for a little bit and focus a bit more just on Liko and Roy. That's really what I want to see. But anyway, so the explorers do end up going to, once again, try to attack Liko and everyone and get Liko's pendant. And so Liko and Roy decide to try to battle them. And when that happens, Roy once again starts singing to encourage Fuecoco because, as we remember from before, Fuecoco was really struggling to use any fire-type moves. And finally, once Roy encourages Fuecoco enough and they just sing together, they are able to finally use a move. Now, of course, the move, it does a little bit of damage, but not enough to, take out any opponents or anything. But that's not really what's important. The important thing was Roy and Fuecoco becoming in sync. Because Roy, again, he went to the Brave Asagi airship to ask Fuecoco to be his Pokemon. But Fried told him that he had to make sure that Fuecoco wanted to be his Pokemon before he went ahead and, asked him or tried to catch him or anything like that. So that was his main thing. He was just trying to bond with Fuecoco today. And overall, I would say that it just was really cute, really sweet. Again, I'm really just loving Roy and Fuecoco. Really mainly Roy. Fuecoco, of the three Paldean starters, Fuecoco is actually my least favorite of the three. You guys know my favorite is Quaxly, but I love Sprigatito as well. But Fuecoco is okay. I like him a bit more than I used to, how they're showing it in this, series so far. Especially, mainly with Roy. I like Roy's interactions with it is what I really like. Not really Fuecoco much himself, but Roy as the character, because he is just so adorable, so fresh, precious. As is Liko as well, but again, like I said, this episode, I think, to me, was more Roy-focused, which, again, I think is very well warranted. The first 3 episodes were mainly focusing on Liko's introduction to her story. Now we have a couple episodes for Roy. The last one, this one, and the next one especially, because the next one is going to be a continuation from this episode. Here we saw, at the very end of the episode, the explorers basically try to attack Liko and Roy once again. They're in the middle of this battle, and it's going to continue in the next episode. So that'll be interesting to see. Liko and Roy are going to be battling together, so that'll be nice as well. So overall, I've been really liking Horizon's beginning portion so far. I really like how all the episodes so far early on have been really just connected to each other, and also how everything is just really story-based, story-focused. There's not really been any filler so far as I can really tell. Even the episodes that were a bit slower paced, like episode 3, still have plot going on in them. So overall, so far, we haven't really seen any fillers or anything that I would say was really a waste of time. So overall, that's been really good. Now, Again, next week, we can look forward to seeing the secret of Roy's mysterious Pokeball at the very least. The next episode for next week is called The Mysterious, or the Ancient Pokeball, which is what Roy calls his Pokemon that he got from his grandfather. So hopefully there we will be seeing a bit more of that, and I believe we will also be seeing that shiny Rayquaza that we've been seeing so far in all these teasers and trailers, which is so crazy. They hyped that Rayquaza up from the beginning, but it looks like it's not even going to be appearing until episode 6, so that's interesting to see. So overall, let's look forward to next week's episode as well. So that's pretty much, again, like what we were thinking. 3 episodes focusing on Liko's story and 3 focusing on Roy's story. So overall, a really nice introduction for both of them. And hopefully as time goes on, we will start seeing more of the both of them together. So, like I said, I enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you guys thought of it. And I will see you guys next week for another Pokemon Horizons review. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day. Thank you!